Hello and welcome back to the Hammer Cline Universe CFA action here in Week 1. We got Salem Night Fury taking on the Jamestown Revolution here in Virginia. I'm joined as always by my co-host and commentator, Optimus Klein. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing lovely. How are you, my friend?
I am doing phenomenal. Didn't have to talk to the internet company today, so I feel so much better.
Yes, I mean, eventually we'll have the internet and be able to live stream. But for now, we're just gonna have to record some of these games and get some of them out there to you guys with the commentary. It just won't be live.
This game featuring a lot of freshmen in this game we were talking about beforehand, but obviously you got kind of the reunification of the Northwest Cobra alum. You got Zach Barr, quarterback, Matthew Gandalf, receiver, Lance Swift at tight end. How do you think they're going to do in their CFA debut?
Well, they also got Bobby Williamson at fullback as well on Jamestown. So a bunch of Cobras out there, and I think they played a whole season together. So they probably are already in a decent rhythm. So I expect them to come out and play pretty well. And on the defensive side for Jamestown, number 1 defensive recruit, Steve Walker at deep tackle, number 54. Look out for him. He's probably going to be making some plays here tonight.
Kick is away, and the game is underway, taken from the end zone line, as this is going to come out to the 22-yard. That's where the offense can get started. We've had a lot of defensive battles to start this season. Obviously, we had Compton, Rockland, and we had Gold Coast and St. Mary to start the game. Do you think we're going to see another defensive battle here, or do you think offenses are going to prevail?
I'm hoping we can see some fireworks here tonight. I mean, we got a senior quarterback for Salem and going up against Zach Barr for Jamestown, who knows how to sling it. I'm really hoping for a high-scoring affair, but you're right. A lot of defense so far. Compton couldn't even get a touchdown against Rockland.
And defense is going to start the day. Sack on the first play of the day. And that's defensive end getting in there to make his name early.
Yeah, that was number 89, Finley Smith, another freshman, another former Northwest Cobra, number 89, getting his first career sack on his first career play.
The Cobra Bowl here in Week 1. That backs up the offense just a little bit. Zach Barr, better protection this time across the middle. Is going to complete his first pass of his college football career across the 35-yard line and a first down.
Yeah, Brody Fisher with his first career reception. That's the number 2 receiver on this roster out of South Central. He played in the championship game against the Titans. If you guys have not seen that, definitely go back and watch it. But great route there, great throw from Zach Barr.
Salem running a 3-4 defense, it looks like. They're going to run against it up the middle and stuffed on the first run of the day.
Yeah, nothing going on that one. Number 50 on the stop. That's Jeffrey Cobb, another Cobra here tonight. Freshman middle linebacker making a really good play at the line of scrimmage.
Rank up another second down as we see Barr under center once again. Short quarterback, obviously. I think he's a 5'8", one of the shortest quarterbacks you will ever see. It's going to be interesting how that affects his college career and if he gets there, his pro career. Good protection here, throws it out of the backfield. It's going to be breaking 1 tackle, breaking 2 tackles down the right sideline, first down, and across the 50 goes the running back.
Yeah, that's number 22, Simon Boswell, senior halfback. So, they got a young quarterback in Barr, true freshman, but some veteran leadership there in the backfield with Boswell. The backup, George Peterson, also a senior. So I expect to see him in this ballgame as well at some point.
Split formations, twins at the bottom as they run this 3-4 defense. Free play, they're going to throw it to the top of the screen, and that's only going to be a couple. I believe that was the fullback, Bobby Williamson, with his first touch of the day, and indeed it was.
Yeah, Bobby Williamson, number 42, another Cobra. Nice catch there. Let's see if they actually accept this penalty or not. And they do, so I'm pretty sure that negates the reception. That was Finley Smith who tried to get...
Yeah, his first touch.
Another true freshman, Kenton Russell.
Williamson's first touch, unfortunately not going to count, but at least he gets to remember the feeling of the football in his hands. It's been a full, 3 weeks since these guys played football in high school.
An eternity.
1st and 5. Out route here is going to be caught. High point ball, and is that none other
It is.
than the White Wizard himself, Matthew Gandalf, getting his first catch of the day.
Yep, first career catch. And if you notice, he's wearing a new number here in college, number 8. So moving away from number 80.
He felt like the number was slimming, which I didn't necessarily think he needed. I mean, he's a skinny guy, but
Yes.
don't argue with a guy like him. Handoff here and stuffed in the backfield. No one blocked him. Boswell nowhere to go, as running has been challenging for most of these teams in this young season.
Yeah, we got another freshman making a play there. Outside linebacker, number 92, Mario Pearson out of Northeast, making his first collegiate play. So many freshmen tonight.
Yes, lots of freshmen on both sides. Lewin Witherspoon, a name we haven't even mentioned in the secondaries. This is a very interesting formation. Only one down defensive lineman. They're going to throw it over the top of them, though, and get the first down. I don't know if I've ever seen that formation before.
I'm not sure if I have either, but Gandalf, great route, great throw from Barr yet again. We're going to be calling this combination, early and often in this season. And just look at that throw right over the hands of Jeffrey Cobb, the middle linebacker. But going back to the freshmen, there's 12 freshmen for the Night Fury that are getting playing time here tonight. And I'll tell you about the Revolution freshmen after this play.
First down throw, shotgun across the middle deep. It's going to be tipped away. Looking for Bobby Williamson on a deep go route, but it was broken up.
Yep, broken up and, interesting throwing out the fullback right there, but good defensive play. And going back to the freshmen, the Jamestown Revolution are fielding 15 freshmen of their own. So it's the freshman game tonight.
Six yards away from the red zone here. They're going to hand off to Boswell out of the backfield. Better blocking, but a better play, as that's only going to go for 2.
Yep, only 2 yards. Number 92 gets the stop again. Mario Pearson, he was a tackling machine in high school and looks to continue that here at the next level.
Another throw from Barr. Good protection. Left side wide open is the out route, and that's going to get up to the 5-yard line, and that was high school champion Southwest product Corey Bramlett.
Yes, Corey Bramlett, number 80. Him and Gandalf both had that number, and Gandalf elected to change to number 8, but Bramlett just picking up where he left off in high school. He went from one really good quarterback in Fletcher Gross to catching passes from statistically the second best as far as touchdowns, Zach Barr.
His stature didn't get in the way of his production at high school level. Obviously, his talent gets better. Sometimes that might change, but first and goal, Barr to throw, moving around the pocket, underneath, wide open, touchdown. Jamestown, first score of the season, and they take the lead.
Yes, Brody Fisher is getting the early touchdown here and trying to get the marching band going in the stands. You love to see it. Great toss from freshman, great catch from another freshman.
Good to hear that early and often, as obviously a lot of these other games, it took a little bit longer for the marching band to get some work. But early in this game, Jamestown marching down the field, we said we want to see a little offense, and Jamestown made quick work of the Salem defense, who's running a scheme we really don't see a whole lot here on APF.
No, not a whole lot, but, hats off to Zach Barr and this offense. I mean, again, I keep harping on all the freshmen. Out of the 5 receivers for the Revolution, the top 4 are all true freshmen. We still haven't even seen Joey Holt, but the other 3, they all got catches on that drive. Even Bobby Williamson, the fullback, caught a pass. So Barr seems to have pretty good camaraderie here with the other young fellas. And I'm looking forward to seeing Lance Swift catch a pass as well, the freshman tight end.
Kick fielded at the goal line here for Salem, as we're going to get to see their offense starting at the 20-yard line. What are some of the players, freshmen maybe, that we should take a look for on this offense?
Well, the Night Fury are going to be fielding Ramsey Huxley from North Central, former Eagle. And at fullback, the top fullback, Emery Schofield out of Northeast. We're also going to see Trev Bridges at tight end, number 84. And his backup is Deshae Snelling from International. You might see him a little bit, number 88. And at right guard, Saul Andrews out of Northwest, another Cobra.
Cobras are all over this field. Left-handed QB here as he's going to throw this one for 4 yards and get his first completion of the day.
Yeah, and that was number 82, Raymundo Hardman, the junior wide receiver. Every single receiver on this roster are all upperclassmen. The top two, Hardman and Whiteside, those guys are juniors. The 3 and 4 are both seniors, and the 5, Adrian Nettles, is also a junior.
Going to be looking for some freshmen this next class. Man coverage top, no safety help. They're going to run it, though, and it looks like Jamestown bet correctly by playing the run there. Nothing doing.
Yeah, and it might be tough to run on this team all night. I mean, they do have Huxley, who's a really good running back, but you're going up against a front line that has a couple freshmen, Kenny White at right end, and Steve Walker, I mentioned him earlier in the broadcast, the number 1 defensive tackle. So it's going to be pretty tough here tonight.
Throw. It's going to be incomplete, but there's a flag. I do wonder if they're going to call pass interference or maybe holding is that was broken up by the linebacker there. They're going to call pass interference, and it is on Jamestown. So a free first down there, and Salem gets to keep going. Was that defensive tackle Steve Walker in coverage?
Yes, apparently they dropped the D tackle out into the secondary, and he's the one that gets flagged for the penalty. But interesting play design there for the Revolution.
These defensive coordinators really going deep in the bag of tricks early in the season.
Yeah, you got some 3-4. You got a D tackle dropping back to coverage. What's going on?
Got one down lineman. I don't know if I've ever seen that in APF.
No,
but first down 10 here. They're going to throw and out route. Perfect design as can't quite get away. Good tackle there. That could have gone for a big gain, but good design there and getting Trev Bridges his first touches of the day.
Yeah, first career reception for the freshman tight end. Really nice out route. If he could have broke that tackle, man, he could have been running for at least 10, 15 more yards.
Throw here, 2nd and 5, underneath again, a first down. They're really picking apart this defense underneath. We haven't really seen them air it out too much outside that one little go route, but another easy throw and catch for the offense.
Yeah, and that was the number 2 tight end, the other freshman, the former international Comet, Deshae Snelling, getting his first career catch. So both young tight ends getting their first catches back-to-back.
Jamestown stacking the box once again. 9 players in the box, but they can get an offsides penalty. They're going to throw it wide open down the middle of the field. He's going to break a tackle. He's loose. 10-5, and he's going to be in the end zone. Salem marches right back, and that's going to be a free play touchdown for the Night Fury.
Yeah, Alden Whiteside, the number 2 receiver, the junior. Great route, great catch, and a lot of strength right there, breaking that tackle in the open field and springing himself loose for the touchdown. First score of the season for the Night Fury.
Great play design earlier in this drive. Jamestown ran that defense, that man on the outside, stacked the box defense, and Night Fury had ran against it. Didn't work this time. Recognized that, ran a man beater, and just outraced him to the end zone. Great play design by the offense and great throw and catch by the quarterback and receiver.
Yeah, the only guy on that Revolution defense that could catch him is Doug Gass, and that's number 1. He's the guy that ended up missing the tackle. He's a track star. Got to work on the tackling mechanics, though.
Usually you're just betting on that guy being able to get in position to knock that ball away, but the receiver there able to get in better position. You mentioned, he doesn't have the technique necessarily yet, and got a little bit out of position, and that cost him 6 points, but already a little bit more offense going in this one as both teams quick drive to start the game.
Yeah, and I'm expecting more of the same here from this Revolution offense. I think they found a really good rhythm so far with all these young guys. who are all, going out there trying to make a name for themselves early on in their careers. Just off to a pretty good start, and it's been exciting. A really good first quarter so far.
Good kick, and that's going to be Need in the end zone for a touchback. Out to the 20, offense goes, and Zach Barr and company come back out. What do you expect? Do you expect them to change anything or just do the exact same thing?
Nope, just keep doing the same thing. You've been finding your guys, Matthew Gandalf, Brody Fisher, Corey Bramlett had a reception. I do want to see Joey Holt get a catch. I also want to see some more of the senior halfback. Simon Boswell broke a couple tackles on that one reception he had.
I believe that's Joey Holt in the slot at the bottom. They're going to hand it off to Boswell, though. He breaks a tackle there, but he's going to put the ball on the ground. And the Night Fury pick it back up. The senior sloppy with the football is going to cost them. And the Night Fury with plus position.
Yeah, Simon Boswell putting it on the turf. And who recovers it? None other than the freshman cornerback, Dan Simmons, out of International. His first career stat. And it's a big one.
First time we called his name. He's talented cornerback. Obviously saw him in high school with the Comets. That talented secondary, talented defense. Teams up with his teammate Steve Walker here at the next level. Already making an impact.
First, I'd like to see Lewin Witherspoon getting the action as well for Salem.
I'm sure we'll get his name called here soon enough. He has a knack for big plays. I'm going to throw it here. Good protection from the offense, and another little crossing pattern route and another completion as they are picking apart this Jamestown defense.
Yeah, Alden Whiteside making a name for himself already. 60-plus yards receiving, just on 2 catches and a touchdown. But just look at this perfect throw. Nice little sidearm toss. And, the linebackers, they just don't stand a chance out there against a perfect throw like that.
First and goal to go. First time Salem has been in the red zone today. It's going to be a first play throw out to the running back, Huxley, who's going to get 2.
Yeah, not too bad. Usually on those, we see the corners come up and make a quick tackle, but 2 yards, we'll take it.
Second and goal. Going with that. Twins the top formation again. This time, Revolution playing off a little bit more. They have a safety back over the top. Quarterback making some changes. Maybe he sees something as they stack the box. They're going to toss it to Huxley. Gets a block. Going to fight forward for 2 there. And good vision from Huxley to make anything out of that, but not much on that play. As I think we just lost Optimus in the booth, but third and goal here. As we're going to get him back. Up the middle. Huxley, touchdown, breaks the tackle. He's in for 6. Nice play from Salem, capitalizing off the turnover. Gets in with Huxley. And Salem about to be 14 points unanswered. Romano on the extra point. And now Jamestown having to figure it out. You obviously don't want to put the ball on the ground. That's usually a way to lose games, and it cost them there. Kick is away and fielded. This time they're going to take it out of the end zone. He's going to bring it up to the 20-yard lines where Jamestown's going to get started.
Better on this drive.
Barr's going to hand it off back to Boswell right after he put it on the ground. They go right back to him. He's going to get 3. As you see Boswell really struggling to get something going on the ground, and doesn't help when you give it to the other team.
Yeah, I like what they did a couple drives ago when they threw it to him out of the backfield. If you get him in some open space, I think he'll do quite well. But the few runs that he's had so far, he's been pretty bottled up and hasn't had any success.
Second and 7. Barr to throw it. Good protection. Hitch route going to be caught. And just at the sticks, first down. That's Matthew Gandalf getting in action again.
Yes, Gandalf, nice route. Perfect route. And a great throw. That former Northwest connection here. And Jamestown just picking up right where they left off. Just trying to forget about that fumble on the previous drive.
You got to have a short memory when you play football. And Jamestown's got to get up off the mat and respond, because it looks like we're going to have a shootout here in Virginia. It's going to be a handoff out of the shotgun. Good blocking, not good enough, as the backside rusher gets in there and stops it only after a gain of 1.
Yeah, there was a massive pancake on that play by the junior left guard, Chauncey Hatton. I mean, he absolutely decleated somebody, but only resulted in 1 yard.
Second and 9 now. Good protection. Going to throw it deep. It's going to be caught open. He's going to break a tackles Brody Fisher inside the 20 to the 10 to the 5. Going to get taken down at the 4. But a big play for Fisher. Third catch of the day, 89 yards. And Jamestown gets all the way down the field in just 3 plays.
Man, this is going to be a really fun offense to watch all season long with all these young guys. I mean, these guys are just out of high school, and they are shredding the secondary. That was Lewin Witherspoon, number 26, a freshman free safety out of Southeast, who ended up saving the touchdown. But you got guys just missing tackles downfield. That's a senior strong safety. Felton Harwell, number 45, who is draft eligible, not starting off so hot.
Not the impression you want to make on the pro scouts there. You miss a tackle that almost leads to a touchdown. Lucky for him, his teammate managed to track him down, but they got 4 chances to punch this in. Barr moved around the pocket, back at the end zone, tipped up, nearly picked off. He's lucky that one hit the girth.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who he was throwing that to. I couldn't see the number of the receiver in the back of the end zone, but he did have a guy out of the backfield wide open at the top of the screen. Just must have not seen him.
He also had that, you mentioned at the top of the screen, if he had thrown that, it was an easy walk-in touchdown, but instead,
yes,
just lucky to get to second down. Ace formation, so you got both the tight ends on the field. Barr, good protection, slant route, touchdown, and that's your man, Joey Holt, getting his first catch and first 6 points of his CFA career.
Yes, this is all he did for the North Central Eagles. You know, they lost their number 1 receiver in the first quarter of the first game of that season, and Joey Holt stepped up. I mean, he didn't lead the team in catches, but he had more touchdowns than anybody else on that roster. He was just a touchdown machine.
Kicker on to make this a tie ball game once again, and back and forth we go. 14-14, about to be here in the first quarter. You're watching the College Football Alliance here, the Hammer Cline Universe. Stick around. We got high school, we got pro, we got college, all of it, all your football. You don't need any more football because we're going to give you all the football you need.
Oh yes, plenty of it. 12 games a week for college, and I think the marching band may be asleep right now. But there was a touchdown.
They play a little bit. Don't worry. I think they'll have many chances of playing this game, as this kick is taken from the end zone line and brought up to the 22-yard line with a huge hit.
Yeah, nice gang tackle there. He ran into a brick wall. That was number 45, the man who missed the tackle on that big Brody Fisher reception, Felton Harwell. on the return. Interesting seeing a strong safety return kicks.
Got to put the best athlete in. Apparently, if they feel like he's the best athlete, maybe with that tackling, you should move him to offense. But
maybe.
Out of the backfield throw. It's going to be corralled well by the defense and no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was just too easy. I mean, the play took a little bit too long to develop and gave the defenders plenty of time to get over there. That's the end of the first quarter, though. A lot of fireworks so far, partner.
Yeah, 14-14. Both these teams have no problem moving the football. But Salem, obviously, they got that kind of that free drive with the fumble. And in a game like this, that could really, really matter.
Yeah, I mean, does it come down to the offenses being really good here today, or is it the defenses being bad? That's another question we need answered here tonight.
Run here up the middle. It's going to be fight forward for 4 yards. It's always hard to tell that in week one, I think. You don't know if you're playing a bad team or, if it's two great teams playing each other or two bad teams playing each other. You don't really know until you get into hindsight.
Yeah, about midway through the season, we should know what all these teams are about. But right now, at least we're having a decent game.
It's nice to see some offense after we had a defensive slugfest in the first two games. Throw here on third down. Under pressure, he's going to go down. And the first punt of the day is in the queue. Who is it? Freshman defensive tackle out of the International, Steve Walker.
Yeah, it's his second sack already of his young career. Oh, my goodness. Just completely manhandling the offensive lineman. I think it was a double team on him there at the start of the play, and he just made quick work of it.
Might need to think about triple teaming him, holding in a back to chip him or something. But yeah, Steve Walker, he dominated at the high school level. He's already dominating at the pro level. The punt is off. Jamestown's defense is the first defense to get a stop, minus the fumble. A true stop, but Brody Fisher is down on the ground. It's not good to see. Fisher, slow to get up, and we haven't seen an injury yet this season. It's always unfortunate to see a player go down.
Yeah, the head coach, Cordell Aiken, trotting out of the field, trying to look at his receiver. That's really tough. He's having a great game so far. 3 catches, I believe 89 yards, setting his team up for a couple scores, and just ends up going down awkwardly there. Hopefully he can return this ball game, but that could be a big loss. But, with that loss, we're going to have to see Joey Holt and Corey Bramlett step up in this offense and see what they can do.
We'll get you an update on that injury as soon as it's made available to us. Zach Barr throwing underneath, and that's going to be incomplete, nearly picked, nearly caught, but it ends up on the ground, which is probably the safest place it could have been.
Yeah, very dangerous throw in a lot of traffic, and Jeffrey Cobb, another Cobra, making a play here, or actually it didn't really look like he did anything, but we highlight him anyways just to give him a look.
The boys in the stats truck, they like to just pick a guy every once in a while, It makes the parents happy seeing their little son play football,
Put him on the big screen, boys.
2nd and 10 now. I formation as you have 3 receivers out. Another 3-4 defense look from Salem as Zach Barr changing up a few things. They've given him a lot of freedom as a freshman to change things at the line, it seems. He's going to hand it off. A nice blocking, gets caught on his man, but spins back inside and is going to get 7. Best run of the day we've had from either of these two teams.
Yeah, and it looked like it could have been even, an even longer run there. He kind of just hesitated for a split second instead of just cutting that to the bottom of the field there. He probably could have got 20 yards out of it. Instead, got caught up in traffic just a bit.
See if they go to him here on 3rd and 3. They're going to throw it. Barr out route to his man Gandalf, who turns upfield. That was a spin animation there, trying to get out of the sideline, and got a few more yards out of it.
Yeah, that was very nice. Great acceleration from Matthew Gandalf, the number 1 receiver for the Revolution. You mentioned, the coaches letting Zach Barr take control of this offense. They have so much confidence in this young man. He's been audibling and calling hot routes left and right so far. Here's another one.
Empty formation. Barr going to throw the out route again. One-handed catch a little flashy 2-yard reception there for, was that Trev Bridges, it looks like. No, excuse me, it's Davis, or Davies.
Yeah, Neil Davies, that's the 5th-string senior wide receiver. Trev Bridges is on the Night Fury, my friend.
I knew that. I definitely did.
You're welcome.
Neil Davies. Won't make that mistake again.
You better not, man.
Will. 2nd and 8 here. They're going to throw it out of the backfield to Boswell, like you mentioned before, and he's going to get upfield. Spins out of 2. How did he get out of that one? First down.
Okay, all right, so we know what his bread and butter is. Throw him the ball out of the backfield, get him in the open space, and let him go to work. Look at this spin. How in the world? And then cuts back through his blockers in traffic and gets some extra yards. That was ridiculous.
Shame that the replay cut off there before we could actually see the play on that last angle. But nonetheless, and yeah, like you said, incredible play there to get that first down. Yeah, get him in space. It seems to be the MO that they need to follow with him. 1st and 10. Barr to drop back. He's going to throw underneath, and that's going to be complete for 4 yards.
Yeah, Lance Swift, freshman tight end out of Northwest, another Cobra, getting his first career reception. Nice pickup of 4. Zach Barr, 176 yards here in the first half. Looking to have a big day.
Let's get you a little TV time out here to go find out what happened to our friend Brody Fisher's. They like to show us those they like to show us the injury reports right after, as they cover up with another graphic. But Brody Fisher, the report is torn MCL, out for the season.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. You go back and look at that play, and it did look like his leg got pinned under him a little bit. Terrible news for Jamestown. Early reports looking like a torn MCL. We wish him a speedy recovery, but if that diagnosis is correct, that could end most likely end his freshman season, which is a shame because it was off to a hot start.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw how electric this offense was looking, and he was a big part of that. 3 catches, 89 yards, and now they're going to have to look into that depth chart there on the receiving core and see who's going to be able to step up and be that big time playmaker.
And that's always on the other side of putting your stars at kick returner is the risk of injury. Boswell's going to get stopped on 3rd and 1. I expect the field goal unit to come out and try to put this one through. It'll be the first time we get to see the kicker here in Jamestown.
Yeah, this will be about a 40-yard field goal for Jody Laby, the sophomore, number 11. Actually, they're sending the offense out in the field to maybe get them off sides.
We'll see if they actually snap it here. They're just trying to draw them off. Don't necessarily hate this, especially in a game with all these touchdowns, even if they don't call this. I know we know that they'll call the timeout at about 3 seconds. In the second half, that's a killer, but right now I think isn't the worst call here from Jamestown, and it was worth the risk.
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that one. There's Cordell Aiken, the head coach. Doesn't seem too upset with it, and he's just going to trot the field goal unit on the field now and try to go up by 3 points with 6:22 remaining here in the first half.
Trying to calm down Zach Barr. I think Barr thought someone jumped. I can assure you, Zach, no one did.
Everybody was a statue out there, buddy.
Is Laby out to make his first field goal appearance for the Revolution. Bad snap, but a good hold. Kick is up. It's good, 39 yards. Jamestown up 17-14.
Yeah, 17-14 in front of the sellout crowd here tonight at Revolution Field. 76,956 fans attending the home opener to cheer on their squad.
Fans here in Jamestown are ravenous. We have the best fans in the world here in the CFA.
Yes.
Fielded from the end zone line, out past the 20, and can stop at the 23. Another big special teams hit, and Now, every single time you see those, you're just happy to see everyone get up after Brody Fisher went down on a similar on a hit on a punt return just a few drives ago.
Yeah, and we're in our third game right now, and we had mentioned, off the air how it was surprising we haven't seen even a minor injury yet, and the first one we get is a season ender, unfortunately.
I want to hope for him a speedy recovery. Throw here, out route is going to be dropped.
Oof.
And Trev Bridges struggled with consistency in high school, and that's following him to the next level.
Yeah, if he was more consistent for the Northeast Jays, especially in the first half of the season, in the previous high school season, that team probably would have made the playoffs. Ian Harlan, their quarterback, who's now playing for the Maui Maulers, he just had no help for the first half of that year, and it was tough to watch.
He had the chance of Mort Hall raining down that first half of the season before Harlan went on a run to finish up the year. Throw here out of the backfield is going to only get about 3.
Yeah, good tackle that time by Doug Gass. We saw him get run over by Alden Whiteside for a touchdown earlier. Makes up for it there. 3rd and 7 coming up. Let's see what the senior quarterback, Nicholas Eldridge, can do. Let's see if he targets. I don't think he's throwing the ball to the number 1 guy, Raymundo Hardman, at all.
3rd and 7, like you mentioned. See who they go to. Throws it deep, right side. Gonna be caught! Lays out for it, and he comes down with it. You needed 7, how about more? All the way down to the 37, Nicholas Eldridge.
Look at this bomb, and it's caught by the slot guy, the senior receiver, number 87, Frederick Rubin, his first catch of the year, and it was a doozy.
Full extension, laying out for it, stays in bounds. Oof. What a play there from the senior, and keeps the drive alive.
Clip it. That was glorious.
Eldridge is going to throw out route, quick out route here, and well covered by the defense, only a gain of 2.
Yeah, and the cornerback who just fell on his face right there is a true freshman from Northeast, Frederick Falconer, number 23, whiffing on that tackle. Luckily, the ball carrier ran out of bounds.
Falconer, another guy with an up and down high school career, hoping to find some consistency. Picks. Yeah, a lot of drop picks in high school. Eldridge is going to just chuck it down to his running back, who's going the wrong way. Huxley might need to check Google Maps because he was going backwards.
Yeah, he lost 6 yards on that reception. Doug Gass coming up, getting a little bit of help there as well from a linebacker. Couldn't quite catch the number. But 4 tackles now for Gass. Looks like he's settling in just a little bit after that first missed tackle on the big play.
We know he has the physical ability. Just does he have the technique and the mental ability? Eldridge to throw here, another out route, but you needed more than that. Oh, late hit though, and lucky for Jamestown, no flag comes out. Rubin on the reception there, but it looks like I don't quite know if the punt or the field goal unit's coming out here at the 37-yard line. This would be a long field goal.
Yeah, this would be a 54-yarder. They're going to punt this one away, though, with Young McDuffie, the sophomore punter.
See if he can pin him deep. The second punt of the day, as we had a lot of offense to start. Defense is starting to remember how to play football, and this one just goes into the end zone. We do have a flag down.
They hit the kicker, maybe? Is that what they're going to call here? Kick-catch interference. I'm not sure. I didn't see that at all, partner. I don't know about you.
I don't know about that one. Let's get us our own look here in the booth. I'm just out of my curiosity. I need to see this, so we'll get a look here to see exactly what they called as this goes up. Our beautiful sky cam here is
they call it on him, number 43.
Number 40. Let's see if I can get down to.
That's Giovanni Aiken, sophomore backup strong safety. They're going to call the flag on him, but I mean, he doesn't hit anybody. He goes after the football. He barely nudges him in the end zone. Is that what they're calling this on? That is one of the most ridiculous calls I think I've ever seen in this game. Wow.
Well, well then.
So, moving along, as the Revolution are going to be taking the field here on offense after that very, very interesting call.
Can't say the refs aren't realistic.
Oh boy.
1st and 10 from the 20 here for Jamestown. See what they can do on offense. If they can build on what their defense was able to do. Barr's going to throw an out route a little bit behind his guy. If he was able to get that in front of him, I think he would have been able to turn up field, but still a good play and 7 yards.
Yeah, Lance Swift, his second catch of the night, and a nice 7-yard pickup. So, easy play, easy pitch and catch. They were doing it all season in high school, so just continuing that here at the next level.
Running that one man with the hand in the dirt defense, I love it.
It's beautiful.
He's going to run up the middle, and it's going to work. He stops him short of the line. Nice gang tackle to keep him inches away.
Yes, and on the tackle was the number 2 defensive tackle in high school, number 90, Zach Boone out of Pacific. First time we've called his name tonight. That was a nice little gang tackle there with involving him.
Heavy formation. I expect it from Boswell up the middle. He's going to toss it to him. He's going to get laid out.
Oh, man. Oh, look who it is. Number 22, the freshman, Dan Simmons. He's got a fumble recovery and now a huge hit on the senior running back. So freshman clobbering a senior. You love to see it.
My goodness.
Wow.
What a hit.
I mean, he was more of a ball hawk in high school. Now he's just crushing
and
people.
Blocked.
Oh,
the kick is blocked, and Night Fury going to pick it up, and they're going to get in great field position once again. What is happening in this game?
I don't know, but I'm loving it, man. Oh, my goodness. Corey Cranford, number 93, it looks like, or not Corey Branford. Who was that? Oh, that's Brett Kellum, the junior middle linebacker. That's the third-string middle linebacker who we never see. He gets the recovery. I don't know who blocked it, but that's the second punt block of the season already in just 3 games. Incredible.
I think we only saw one in the entirety of high school. And
yes.
Craziness has started here. Elbridge, plenty of time, going to run with it up the middle. He has space, tries to truck a man, and he's going to get laid out.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, number 59, Joseph Bowden, the junior middle linebacker, number 59, comes up. And, I mean, what a collision that was. I think Eldridge might be questioning his own decision there to take off. Maybe slide next time, sir.
Maybe. 1st and 10 here, handoff. Going to turn it around the side. Ramsey Huxley makes it 2 and takes the lead here in the second quarter off the blocked punt. And the boos rain down.
Yes, I mean, I would be booing as well. So far, the Night Fury have scored 2 touchdowns because of a fumble and because of a blocked punt. So great field position to set them up. If not for that, Jamestown, we might be looking at another kind of game here with Jamestown up a couple scores, but a couple unfortunate plays and the Night Fury taking full advantage of it. Huxley, 2 touchdowns on the ground already in his CFA debut.
Huxley, yeah, you mentioned he's not getting the yards right now, but the touchdowns, those matter way more than that. As Jamestown, they've had a good game, but at the same time, they've had some serious twists and turns of this one. You had that fumble that turned into 6. You had a blocked punt that turned into 6, and you lose your number 2 receiver, freshman Brody Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher going down. That's a big one. I think that's more important than the block punt and the fumble right now because that can alter the whole season. Those turnovers are just altering this game. But again, we're going to see Joey Holt go from a number 3 guy and have to step up for a full season to be the number 2. So that's a nice storyline for him at least.
It seems like being Joey Holt being your backup is just a harbinger of doom. if you're a wide receiver.
Yeah, you need to watch your back if you're the number 2 receiver on the team with Joey Holt, apparently. Kind of crazy, as he just returned that kickoff. If you're the Revolution, you might look to put somebody else at kick return, at punt return. Maybe the backup corners, Frederick Falconer and Valentine Sells, perhaps, just to get some of these starters off the field and avoid injuries.
It's the balance you have to take in football. Do you want your star guys out there returning those kicks out of the backfield? Boswell 3 yards on first down.
Yep, continuing to go to him out of the backfield. That was a really nice tackle, though, in the open field. Only 3 yards, as we have a little bit of trash talk there. Number 32, Benny Fitch, the senior cornerback, draft eligible, jawing with Boswell just a little bit after the play.
2nd and 7 now. After that throw to Boswell, Barr's going to throw it back to Boswell again, who's going to get forward for 4 more and bring up a 3rd and short.
Yep, 3rd and 3 coming up. And for the first time in this game, I'm going to say his name, Kirby Hayes, number 57, the freshman outside linebacker out of Southeast, the former Raider. There he is right there. That was his first career highlight, basically. First time we called his name.
Split backs, 3rd and 3. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be blown up. Missed blocks and great vision from the defenders, and a 4th down coming up, and the punt unit comes out. And for Jamestown fans, I think they're all hoping that they remember to block this time.
Yeah, they're going to be holding their breath for this entire play. But let's talk about that 3rd down play. That was not a great play call. 3rd and 3, and you try to run to the outside. You lose 3 yards. Freshman Mario Pearson, number 92, makes a nice play. And Jamestown kind of falling apart a little bit at the end of the first half.
Copeland, the punter. See how he does this time. No one even getting close to him this time. Gets it off with ease. It's going to be a great punt. Oh, my goodness. 4.5 hang time. All the way. Flips the field. Salem's going to take this at the 32. 40 seconds to go and 3 timeouts.
Yeah, plenty of time to do something here. This offense has been really efficient, had several big plays as well. I expect Eldridge to come out and sling it a little bit farther downfield again. See if he goes to his boy, Frederick Rubin, who had that great diving catch.
The 3 receiver set. Looks like man across the board for Jamestown. They're going to run it up the middle, actually, and Huxley is going to get stuffed.
Yeah, that was Joseph Bowden, junior middle linebacker, another tackle for him. So last couple drives, he's made a few plays for himself.
Getting on the radar maybe for the Season 2 EFL draft. Going with that split twins formation, or it's not split twins, but I-twins formation at the bottom of the screen. Eldridge moving around the pocket on the run. What a throw! And down the middle of the field into field goal range goes the receiver. My goodness, Nicholas Eldridge is really showing some potential in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he is throwing some dots out here. I mean, I don't know what Jamestown can do right now. Their secondary just seems to be a little bit lost in the sauce and can't figure it out. I'm not sure why the head coach is yelling at Eldridge. Maybe because they didn't score a touchdown on that play. I don't know.
That's some high standards, man.
Well, they're going to send on the field goal unit. We're going to see Homer Romano for his first field goal attempt of the season. This should be about a 50-yarder.
Maybe a little bit of better time management. They could have gone for a touchdown here, but a long field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good, 50 yards out. And Night Fury take a 24-17 lead here at halftime in Virginia. Jamestown crumbling at the end of the half.
Yeah, just kind of falling apart. A lot of things just crumbling and just not going their way. It's like a snowball effect. They had the fumble, and then they had Brody Fisher go down and a blocked punt. They're probably going into this locker room thinking, Coach, what's going to happen to us next? But that's not really the mindset you need to have right now. You're only down a touchdown. This is still a good ball game, really close. You just got to have some of your receivers step up and special teams to actually block for you on punts.
Enjoy the first half highlights and pictures, and we will be back with you right after this here on the HCU YouTube channel. Welcome back to the second half here in Jamestown. Score 24-17 as the visiting Night Fury lead. What are your thoughts on that first half there, Optimus?
Well, I'm just a little bit heartbroken for Brody Fisher. A really hot start for his college career, and just after 3 catches, 89 yards. We're not going to see him at all for the rest of this season. So we just got to see what Zach Barr's got and see if this offense can figure it out, because they're kind of reeling at the moment.
But first, we're going to see Nicholas Eldridge, he's really been flashing. He's been something. Scrambling with his legs, throwing on the run, showing some arm strength. What class did you say he was?
Nicholas Eldridge is a senior. He is draft eligible, so for all you EFL owners out there, take some notes from this game.
He's looking like an early prospect to watch. Nicholas Eldridge, handoff up the middle of Huxley, who's going to get a good run, 5 yards on first down. But Eldridge, going back to those plays, I mean, that throw on the run he did before halftime, and that bomb down the sideline to the number 3 receiver. Those 2 throws right there have stood out. But overall, he's just been a very, very solid in the pocket today.
Yeah, absolutely. Pro-style quarterback so far with the ability to also scramble. And, you mentioned that number 3 receiver. He's also a senior, Frederick Rubin, number 87, so keep an eye on him.
And off to Huxley again. Looks like they're trying to commit to the ground game a little bit. 2 yards, bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I would love to see him run the football more. Huxley, really good running back. He's got a great fullback in front of him, Emery Schofield out of Northeast. So I want to see some more carries for him, but they really haven't had to. Eldridge has been fantastic with short passes and, medium to long range passes as well.
3rd and 3. See if we go back to Huxley. They will up the middle, and Huxley's going to get close.
Wow.
They're going to say that they stopped him. As you can see, the running backs have had a rough day so far running the football. I agree. I don't know about that spot, but it looks like they're going to go with it.
Yeah, it looked to me like the upper half of his body with that football was able to extend over that line, but we're not going to see a challenge. It's really early here in the second half, and I guess head coach Norman McInnes just doesn't think that it's worth it.
Kick is away, fielded, and brought back to the 32. Joey Holt filling in for Brody Fisher, who obviously went down earlier if you missed it. Early reports is a torn MCL. His season is in jeopardy. Just terrible news from the Brody Fisher camp.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, man, after a really good high school season that he had and just continued it over here, just brought it with him, brought that excitement and big playability. And for us to only see him catch 3 passes is just really unfortunate.
Barr throwing top of the screen. We expect to see a little bit more of that man, Matthew Gandalf, now that Fisher is down.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of Gandalf. We're going to see a lot of Joey Holt. We might see some more Corey Bramlett as well. Plus the number 5 receiver, well, now number 4, Neil Davies, the senior, number 84.
Throw, Barr, out route again. Holt can't keep his feet in bounds. 3rd down.
Yeah, just a little bit too far on the out route. Waited a little too long to pull the trigger on that pass. But, 3rd and manageable still. 3rd and 5. You can still run the same kind of routes here on this play.
Two receivers at the top, one to the bottom. He's going to try to throw. He's going to get hit as he throws. He's going to go to the ground. And that's the Northwest, his former Northwest teammate, Finley Smith, on the hit, and a 4th down and dueling punts to start the half.
Yeah, the offense, ever since that Fisher injury, they've only got, 14? Well, now 19 passing yards since the Fisher injury. So, they're kind of just slogging around here trying to figure it out. But I think they got to figure it out quick because Salem getting the ball back, and I think they're going to figure it out a lot quicker than the Revolution.
We'll get to see as they're going to Great punt, another good punt. Both these punters doing a good job today. Haven't been called on that much. Starting at the 18 is where Salem will get started.
Yeah, pretty good punt there from Copeland after, he had one blocked a couple times ago. So good to see him out there and not really too worried about oncoming defenders.
Two receivers at the bottom, two backs in the backfield on this first down. It's going to hand off to Huxley, who's going to break a tackle and fight forward for 5.
Yeah, not a lot of yards there, but really strong run, able to break a tackle, carry a couple defenders. Probably his best run of this ball game so far.
Second and 5 after the run from Huxley in the same formation. We'll see if they go to him in the same. They will. Up the middle, Haza space and going to get a first down. That seems like they really, it's been a focus in halftime. We're going to give it to Huxley, and there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Yeah, and it's been a good game plan so far. It's been working on this drive. Got a nice little first down there, and I expect more of the same here. Just keep on giving it to the young guy.
1st and 10 now for the Night Fury. Looks like man coverage. They're going to throw it. Deep, corner, wide open. Down past the 50 they go, and Elridge continues to pick apart this Revolution defense.
Yes, sir, and that was Trev Bridges. I believe this is a nice corner route here. And who got beat there? It looks like Doug Gass. I don't know if that was actually man coverage. Gass looked like he was in a shallow zone there. But the safety coming over to help him out, that was Johnny Gibson, the junior free safety number 35, who ended up bringing Bridges down at the end.
Yeah, it looks like they actually end up running 2 hard flats there, and good route combination against that defense. Elridge, plenty of time. Breaks one, can't get away from the second. He's going to go down, and I can't quite see the number 92 on the sack.
Yeah, number 92, that's Joseph Calabrese, sophomore defensive end for Jamestown, first sack of the season.
Handoff to Huxley, who's going to break a tackle. He's just,
man.
He seems like he falls forward all the time, and he breaks that first tackle almost every single time.
Yeah, and he ran through the tackle of Steve Walker as well. I mean, that's a tough guy to run through. If he can just get some open space after that first broken tackle, look out. But, Revolution doing a good job of swarming to him as soon as he gets the football.
3rd and 9. Elridge, good protection. Good go try to take off. And I don't even know where that guy came from. But all of a sudden, he got to Elridge's ankles. And was that Steve Walker? Of course it was.
Wow.
Who else?
That is his 3rd sack of the game. What a debut for this freshman. Wow.
Both offenses starting to slow down a little bit here in the second half. Defense is adjusting a little bit. The kick is away. And it's going to be, looks like inside the 10, pounces him 5 at the 2. They're going to down it at the 1-yard line. These punters have both been quite good so far in this game.
Yes, Young McDuffie, the sophomore punter, number 19. What a beautiful kick. Great job by the Gunners to get down there and down it at the 1-yard line. Let's see what the freshman offense can do here. Zach Barr, Matthew Gandalf, see if we can get a big connection or if they'll hand it off to the senior halfback.
They do show Boswell there on the on that little cutaway. 1st and 10. Hand off to Boswell up the middle, looking for running lane. He kind of got stuck behind his own blockers, and only 20 yards on the day for him. It's really been tough sledding against this Night Fury defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, his go-to plays so far in this ball game have been catching the ball out of the backfield, running it. This front 7 is just all over him every single time.
Handoff out of split backs. It's going to be a little bit better this time. Out to the 9-yard line in a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, very manageable here. I'm expecting an out route, a quick out to Matthew Gandalf from Zach Barr.
just high point it. I mean, he's such a tall receiver. You just put it up there. They're going to come out in I formation. Gandalf at the top of the screen. See if they go to him. They're going to throw it. And they're going to throw it to Williamson, who's going to drop the pass.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, Bobby.
Say it so. The freshman fullback dropping it. Man, that was an easy first down, too. There was nobody next to him. And there was nobody next to him for good reason. Because he just doesn't have hands today, I guess. Wow.
Maybe he started looking upfield, try to go. But, Bobby, you're a fullback. Don't be doing that. Get the ball, then run.
Just catch it, brother. That would have been a huge first down, but, we're going to see Edward Copeland come out for yet another punt. It's been a punt fest here in the third quarter.
Yeah, defense is coming to play after halftime. Fair catch called for at the 45, and that's where the Night Fury where they left off their last drive. So right back to it, just a little bit delayed, and Nicholas Elridge and company coming out.
Yeah, that was not a great punt. That was only 36 yards, I believe. You got to get a little bit more on that punt. But, great field position to start this drive for Eldridge and the Night Fury.
You have to wonder if that block punt was in the back of his mind, kicking that close to his end zone. And maybe it affected his punt a little bit. Shotgun formation, they're going to throw. Eldridge going to rifle it over to the sideline, but can't keep his foot in bounds. And it is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a tough throw for left-handed quarterback to make, throwing it back across his body to the right side of the field on an out route. Just a very difficult play. I would have liked to have seen them do that out route to the left side of the field.
Under center now, 5 down linemen for the Revolution here. They're going to throw against it and throws it to the back, out of the backfield. I think this is the fullback, Emery Schofield, the freshman, getting his first touches of the day.
Yes, sir. Schofield out of Northeast. This is what he did for the Jays. A lot of catches out of the backfield. We saw a couple games where he had over 50 yards receiving as a fullback. That's just insane.
Yeah, there's a reason why he was the best fullback in the class, head and shoulders. Throw here. Out route, going to get his. He throws and off targets, and that's going to bring him in the fourth down. Where was this defense in the first half?
I'm not sure, but the senior defensive tackle Ronnie Napier, number 91, made a nice play there. Great job, just forcing his way through the offensive line. And again, we see this out route to the right side of the field. I just don't know if Eldridge has the arm strength necessary to get that pass out there.
Yeah, I know Scoucher. We're going to be looking very, very closely at Nicholas Eldridge. As a lot of teams need quarterbacks. This punt, nearly another beauty, but about 2.5 yards away. It's going to go into the end zone, and Revolution are going to start at the 20. So not a great net punt, only about 20 yards of net on that.
Yeah, not the greatest, but it's good news for the Revolution. Their offense has been really stagnant here in the third quarter. So it's good that they don't have to start at their own 1-yard line. Get your young quarterback some space and let him work. We haven't seen him call any hot routes or audible to play in a while. Let's see if he does it here.
They hand it off to Boswell up the middle, who's going to get tackled. What a play there. Coming in from on the outside to come get that running back. As you can see, both running backs tough sledding today. We've seen some running backs struggle. We've seen, obviously, guys like Eddie Poole did pretty good for Rockland. Cameron Davis did good in the second half for St. Mary, but early in the season, it's been tough sledding on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And Night Fury linebackers have been fantastic here tonight. It was Kirby Hayes that tackled Boswell on the previous play. We don't really mention it, but the Night Fury, all 3 of their linebackers are freshmen. So really young linebacking core, and they're all out there making names for themselves tonight.
We just saw the look at the defensive huddle. One guy we haven't called the name of is Lewin Witherspoon.
Yeah, he's been the quietest out of all the freshmen. We've called everybody else's name.
3rd and 2. Barr going to throw the out route, and Joey Holt this time keeps his feet in bounds and keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, this is what he did really well for the Eagles in high school. Quick, short, precise routes. And once they get towards the red zone, he is pretty much money in there. But right now, this offense has been struggling a little bit. So who knows if we'll even get to see them in the red zone again.
Yeah, both teams hitting a dry spell here in the third quarter. They're going to go, and it's going to be picked off. He was looking for the tight end. Cornerback said, no, that's mine. And Salem forces yet another turnover. Felton Harwell.
Yes, the man that has been on returns for the Night Fury. Just a great play. That was out to Lance Swift, who may have needed to come back a little bit for that pass. Not the most accurate, but the first interception for Zach Barr in his career. And, he only threw 10 last season in high school, so not too many.
I think the only one who really to blame on that play was Zach Barr. I mean, that was pretty covered by Hardwell. He could have put that in a better spot, like you mentioned. Blitz coming. Elbridge throws it deep and over the head of his receiver. Pressure affecting him. He's getting a little pushing match here.
Oh, boy.
Tension's high between these two teams already, but that had some potential when they brought the blitz. I thought that they might have been able to hit that, but a little off the mark.
Yeah, Joseph Calabrese, number 92, the defensive end, sophomore, just getting in there, applying some pressure, and forces an overthrow there by about 10 yards. Eldridge needs to settle down just a little.
Here on second down, going to throw it out, and to Schofield, this is not going to work. Stumbles backwards and loses 3. Calabrese on the tackle.
Wow, defensive end. So the previous play, he creates pressure, forces a bad throw, rushing the quarterback, and now he's out in coverage, just taking on the fullback one-on-one, a really good fullback as well.
Chance of defense here in Virginia. Elridge under center, drops back, going to run with it up the middle, and he's not going to get there. 4 yards short. And the punt unit's going to come back out.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. We don't want to see a quarterback injury. Knock on wood, we did not see a single one in high school last season. But, if he keeps taking vicious hits like this, I mean, man, that's the second big hit he's taken tonight.
Putting his body on the line seems to be a little bit of his MO. But the defense holds strong. And really, you wonder about that Emory Schofield kind of loss of 3. If he doesn't lose 3 there, maybe Elridge can get that first down, or maybe they end up going for it on fourth down. But a beautiful punt is wasted by the gunner, who slides into the end zone. You hate to see that, and it's going to be out to the 20. That punter, he's a little bit upset. You can tell.
Yeah, that's just that's just unfortunate, man. I mean, he had such a perfect kick right there, and all for nothing.
Honestly, I think if the guy doesn't touch it, it's just going to die at the 1 yard line. So
yes,
I think he's going to go chew out his teammate there a little bit.
Yeah, he's already doing it right now.
Barr to throw out of the backfield. Williamson does keep this one in his hands, and 6 yards. You mentioned offenses kind of struggling, especially Jamestown, since losing Brody Fisher. Zach Barr really hasn't pushed the ball downfield since losing Brody Fisher, and the one time he did was picked off.
Yeah, it's like he, just doesn't trust the other guys to get open downfield for some reason. I mean, he's got Matthew Gandalf. I mean, he is a deep threat for sure. You got to take a shot.
Out of the backfield again, Bobby Williamson is not going to get the first down, only 3. If Bobby Williamson's getting targeted 3 times on your last 2 drives, I'm sorry, Bobby, but that's not a good offensive game plan.
No, you got to figure something else out. I mean, that's only going to work for so long. One of these times, again, he's going to forget that he does, in fact, have hands. So you got to find some other playmakers here.
Hey, man, it's sometimes hard in the morning. You wake up, you can't remember. Oh, my goodness, I got these hands. Hand off. Oh, my word. Who was supposed to block that guy, because they didn't?
Wow.
Finley Smith again.
Oof.
Backfield. I think the ball was snapped with him in the backfield, because there was nowhere for Boswell to go, and another punt as all of a sudden the offense has just died. Get your 4s up in the chat here. We're coming into the fourth quarter. It's still 24-17, and are we going to see fireworks? Who knows? I don't know. What do you think?
The way the offenses have been performing so far, I don't know. I have no idea. They were so good in the first half and have just become just dead in the water here in that entire third quarter. They really didn't do much at all. And, it's been a little tough to watch, but the defensive coordinators, hats off to them. They're doing fantastic in the second half.
Low snap. Punt is away. It's a solid
Wow,
punt.
what a kick.
What a punt there from Copeland. And this is going to be at the 33.
That was a 4.6 hang time from Edward Copeland, the junior. Wow.
I don't think he's junior. Is he?
Yes.
Yes. Oh. Sorry, Copeland Sr.
Bruh.
First and 10 at the 33 for the Night Fury. Two backs to back, though. They're going to throw it Elridge. Pressure coming around the side. He's going to throw it deep, and it hits this man in the face mask. It's not caught, though. May have been tipped.
I'm not sure. That might have been number 35, Johnny Gibson, or 26, Jason Kessler, one of the safeties for Jamestown that got a hand on it. Either way, just a little bit more air under that probably would have been a touchdown.
Second and 10. Elridge going to throw it. Steps up and sacked again. Once again, 4 sacks on the day between Walker and Calabrese. And it is Steve Walker with his 3rd sack in his freshman debut. He manhandled the guard.
Yeah, sophomore left guard Randall Van Horn is not having a good night, to say the least.
Steve Walker, yeah, he looks just as good as he did in high school. He's wrecking havoc on this defense line.
That's scary.
That is scary. He's only a freshman, too. Elridge, under pressure, is going to go down a 5th time.
Wow, this defense is just keeping the revolution in this game right now. I mean, I think it was 95, Kenny White. I didn't quite see the number, but if it is Kenny White, that's a freshman out of North Central, former Eagle, getting in there, getting his first career sack.
I don't know if there's any seniors on this offensive line, but I don't think any pro scouts have them marked on their boards right now.
They have right tackle Billy Alston, number 74. That is the only senior for the Night Fury.
Steve Walker, really, I mean, he's young, obviously, freshman. He has a little bit to go, but already given us shades of, an Aaron Donald game wrecker in the middle there.
Yeah, just total domination. It doesn't seem to really matter who they put up against him. He's just bulldozing right through him almost every single play.
Jamestown needs to get something going on this drive. They've been riding off the coattails of their defense all second half. Draw play here is going to kind of work, man. And that looked like a face mask, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah, that was number 90, Zach Boone, freshman defensive tackle out of Pacific. Definitely looked like a face mask on that play. But, you mentioned Revolution offense struggling a bit. All they need is just one deep shot downfield. They just haven't taken it. Just one shot down there, get the confidence back in Barr.
Even just a jump ball to Gandalf, as Boswell is not able to spin out the defender. Great discipline there from the Night Fury CB. And it's a 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 9 coming up. I don't know if we're going to end up hearing that fight song for the Revolution again here tonight, the way this is going. Under 9 minutes to go now.
Shotgun here for Barr. 3-2 defense from the Night Fury. Barr plenty of times going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. That's the number 5 receiver, Davies, who has to step up in the stead of Brody Fisher, and a first down, and to the Night Fury side of the field go the Revolution.
Yeah, nice job here by the senior. He was buried on the depth chart. He accepted his role from head coach Cordell Aiken. And, with that injury to Fisher, he's going to have to step up a little bit more and be a bigger part of this offense. And so far, he's been thrown to a couple times, and he's delivered a couple nice catches. And this one, a big one, moving the chains.
First down for Barr. Underneath, Gandalf catches it and gets close to a first down. They're going to mark him short. He's pointing at the scoreboard. He wants more points.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He has been hungry for another touchdown here for the Revolution offense, but it's been tough sledding. This is a great drive, though. Best of the second half for Jamestown.
See if they can keep it going or they're going to stall out as they have 3 receivers on the field for this second down snap. Boswell, the back. And they're going to hand it off to him. Blockers ahead of him. Space. What blocking downfield? He's down to the 20, the 10, tackle inside at the 9-yard line. Boswell's best run of the day, and it's all thanks to the blocking.
Yeah, that was beautiful blocking all the way down the field. Look at these linemen running in front of him. Great block there from, I believe that was number 67. I couldn't quite catch that number. That was 61. That is Claire McCord, the junior right tackle, blocking downfield, and great vision as well. Jamestown, they are in business.
Who's number 75? He had 2 key blocks on that play, too.
That is Chauncey Hatton, the junior right guard, or left guard, rather.
Chauncey Hatton, shout out to those 2 guys as Boswell not able to repeat his success there on second down. But great blocking from the Revolution offensive line on that play. And that's something.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned Hatton earlier on in the ball game, getting a massive pancake on Salem as well.
Offensive line always a challenging position to scout. It's good to get those names out there early. Zach Barr moving around the pocket, out route caught, and going to be to Swift. Gain of a few. 3rd and goal, though, from the 6-yard line. 6.5 to go in the game. You're down by a touchdown.
Give me a jump ball to Matthew Gandalf, please. I need it. I need it right now.
Gandalf, I think he's at the bottom of the screen. Can't quite see the number. Bramley at the top. Holt in the slot. Barr drops back to throw. Out route. It's going to be caught by Gandalf, but he can't get in at the 1-yard line. He steps out. And now the decision, do you go for it? The running game's been spotty, or do you kick the field goal?
They're going to kick this one with Jody Labey, the sophomore. And I don't hate the decision. You don't want to get down here, and not get any points after struggling for this entire half. You got to get something on the board here. Get some confidence back in this offense. They know they can move the ball down the field. They just did it. Just couldn't quite punch it in. But the way the defense has been playing, I kicked the field goal here. I let the defense give me the football back right away.
Kick is up. Kick is good. No surprise there. 17 yards out. 24 to 20 here in the fourth quarter. 5:55. We're looking like another good, close ending to another good football game as these 2 teams have been back and forth. Defensive slugfest here in the second half. Offensive fireworks in the first half. We've kind of had it all.
Yeah, and the biggest difference so far in this game, at least, in my opinion, has been the block punt, the fumble. There was the interception. But I think the biggest storyline, obviously, Brody Fisher going down, completely changed the dynamic of the Revolution offense.
20-yard line's where the Salem offense can get started. And if you're Salem, I think you really need points. You've a little bit squandered your opportunities to extend this lead and put this out of reach for the Revolution. And you've had some missed opportunities. The offensive line's got to give Elbridge some time.
Yeah, he's been sacked so many times this game. I think 5 or 6 times he's been planted on his backside just by the defensive linemen. We haven't even seen many blitzes from Jamestown either.
Hand off to Huxley up the middle. Going to break one tackle and get 7 yards. A great way to counteract those rushers, make them slow down a little bit with that run game. And you mentioned him getting smacked on his backside. There's been 3 or 4 passes he's missed because of the pressure too. That has an effect as well.
Yeah, even if he's not getting sacked, these guys are still getting in the backfield, and he's got some happy feet now, trying to avoid getting smacked again, and it's forcing some bad passes.
Out route here. Incomplete. They went to an offensive lineman. 78 out there. Looking like a little bit of Dan Campbell.
What?
Play calling, but it's going to be dropped, and he's lucky that didn't tip into a defender's hands.
What sounds like a great idea? Let me throw it to my third-string tackle, Do It Lyles. Well, he didn't do it there, boys.
What a fantastic name. Third and 3, power I. I expected to go to Huxley up the middle. They're going to throw it, though.
Boy.
Elridge, in route, incomplete, double coverage. And is that Watson Gray? The first time we've called his name, the Southwest alum. making a play on the ball, and it's going to be another quick punt forced by this Revolution defense.
Yeah, what was the play calling there? I mean, you got 3 running backs in the backfield, and you throw it. I don't understand that. Not a great play call. I obviously would have done what you suggested, give it off to Huxley. He falls forward almost every time. I mean, just give him the football.
The questionable play calling is going to give him a chance. So I thought that was going to get blocked. And a solid punt is going to force the Revolution to go about 64 yards to take the lead. They need a touchdown, obviously, down by 4 here with 5:07 to go.
Yeah, depending on how much time is left on the clock, by the time they get down there, they'll definitely need a touchdown. But, if they get down there and there's like 3 minutes left, I wouldn't hate seeing them kick a field goal because they still have all their timeouts left. They'd have the 2-minute warning. But just you can't have a turnover here. You got to be careful with the football.
Hand off, and again, this shotgun run is not working because this front 4 from the Night Fury is too good. You can't just put the offensive lineman one-on-one on that kind of stretch sweep for play. It doesn't work for this team, and it cost them.
Yeah, one of the defensive ends, I believe it was Theo Parsons, number 91, the sophomore, combining on the tackle with Kirby Hayes, number 57. Just too quick on the outside.
Barr to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Not a very good decision there from Zach Barr, as that was covered. And we talked about giving Gandalf a chance, but I don't think that's the kind of situation you want to throw a jump ball.
No, a lot of traffic there. And Kirby Hayes, again, number 57, freshman, outside linebacker out of Southeast, the former Raider, getting in on another play. Yet again, he's been all over the field in this one.
Gandalf at the bottom of the screen. Barr drops back to throw, moves around the pocket, throws it deep, incomplete, knocked away. Great coverage on the play by Lewin Witherspoon.
Hey.
Finally shows up on the stat sheet. He gives the crowd a little razzle, and the punt unit comes out as the defenses have reigned supreme the second half. Night Fury shut out so far since halftime, but the defense picking up the slack.
I was wondering if Lewin Witherspoon was actually on the field at all today. It's nice to see him actually get on the big screen and make a play there for his defense to force another punt.
This punter, Copeland, has had a couple booming kicks. See if he can get another one here. Looks like a good one. It's a really good one. And he's going to pin him inside their own 30. Night Fury, once again, a chance to really put away the game if they can make a long extended drive here, but they have struggled in this second half mightily.
Yeah, the offense just, I'm not sure what changed at halftime. I don't know. I think it just might be the pressure from the Revolution is just getting to Eldridge just a little bit. Just he's a little shooketh right now.
Up the middle, Huxley. That's what they should have done on the last third down, and 7 yards for Ramsey Huxley, who had a much better second half than he has the first half. And his average starting to creep up there, though. Those first about 10 carries for 16 yards is going to hurt him.
Yeah, I think the running situation right now in this ball game in particular, it's just affected because the front 7 for both of these teams are just so talented, so quick. It's hard for these guys to get past that first level.
Yeah, Steve Walker, especially. I mean, there's so many other guys, but Steve Walker is so good. Handoff here. Huxley outruns his blockers. It looked like that play kind of got screwed up on the handoff there, but third down coming up. Watson Gray, we haven't called his name much, but now showing up in the most important moments. So here the chance of defense. Big third down for both these teams.
Watch Steve Walker.
A heavy set, yep. Watch Steve Walker. He's lined up over the left guard. Handoff to Huxley, and he's going to go down. They try to play it safe. This time they run it. Steve Walker on the tackle. He's everywhere. I think that guy could go pro right now.
Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately for the EFL offenses, he's got to stay in college for 3 seasons, But, yeah, I mean, I called it right before the play. It doesn't matter what kind of play it is. He's going to be involved at the end of it.
And maybe that's why they didn't want to run up the field with Huxley on the last third down. They're too afraid of Steve Walker. And
that could be it.
I mean, he's only a freshman, but that man can play. Punt is away. Gearing up for a great finish here in Virginia with 2:26 to go. I feel like the suspense has just been building for about a quarter and a half now.
Yes, one of these teams is going to get a big play, and it's going to be the key play of the game, and it's going to end up deciding it at the end. But who's it going to be? Is it going to be Salem? Are they going to get a pick, or are the Revolution going to march down the field and get a big touchdown?
Starting off with an empty shotgun formation. Barr to throw it. He's going to throw a deep corner route. Joey Holt gets it. There's the big play. Is anyone going to catch him down to 5 and 10? Down at the goal line. What a play by the safety to get over there, Joey Holt. We talked about big play. You just said it. One of these teams is going to get a big play. Joey Holt on the corner route. Going up, high pointing this ball. The cornerback couldn't play it. Out of position, and if it wasn't for that safety, it was that Lewin Witherspoon coming across the field to make that play. That would have been a touchdown.
Oh, man, he almost reached the ball over the line for the score. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, but, Joey Holt, not the fastest receiver, definitely a possession guy, but most likely that was the biggest play of his career so far, longest one at least. That was fantastic.
2 minutes to go here. Jamestown down 4, but at the goal line, inches away. Can they punch it in? Simon Boswell has struggled all night. He is in the backfield now. They got 3 chances. 4 if they go for it. They're going to throw it. Bobby Williamson, touchdown!
Play the fight song. Let's do it. Let's go. Bobby Williamson has got like 5 catches, and now the go-ahead score with less than 2 to go. This is incredible.
Fight song. As the band had to get warm after not playing for quite a long time. But you can hear that epic music playing, and Jamestown takes the lead under 2 minutes to go. Now the Night Fury. All the pressure.
Yeah, all the pressure, and what is Eldridge gonna do with it? He's been under pressure all game, getting sacked 5 or 6 times, getting pressured probably 25, 30 times this game. The front 7 for Jamestown is elite.
Kick away. And the Night Fury now taking this one out. 21's where they're going to start. At the 21-yard line, they got 80 or 79 yards to go. First play is going to be a throw to Huxley.
Rah, that's tough.
2nd and 4 now for Salem after the quick dump to Huxley. All timeouts for both these two teams, so we have plenty of more action in store for us. Eldridge drops back, throws a deep corner route. It's going to be incomplete. Gave his man a chance, couldn't come down with it. It was great coverage on the play.
Yeah, great coverage. I like the shot that they're taking there, trying to get the big play to the outside. His receiver did have a chance at it, just a better defensive play.
3rd and 4. This is definitely 3rd down territory. Starting under the center here. Elridge drops back. Keep a look on Steve Walker. They're doubling him. Huxley is not going to get there. 4th and 3 coming up. They use their first timeout. And this is the most important play of the game for Salem. They squandered chance after chance in the second half to put it away. Now they are the ones on the hot seat and at the brink of losing this one.
Yeah, Revolution trying to get their first victory in program history here at home in front of a sellout crowd in Jamestown, Virginia. Let's see if Steve Walker can make another play tonight.
Elridge to throw. Throws out to Huxley. He's going to get the first down. Breaks the tackle. Stays in bounds. The clock continues to roll.
Here we go. No huddle for Nicholas Eldridge. You know, I don't think I've called a single receiver's name in probably 2 quarters.
They haven't really pushed the ball downfield too much. Elridge drops back to throw. Throws to Huxley again. Huxley is going to get tackled in bounds again. That's kind of dangerous for this team. Only a gain of 2. You got to push it downfield.
Take a shot.
2nd and 8. Elridge throws out route, misses his man. Inaccurate from Elridge, and that's the concern I think a lot of EFL teams are going to see and pick up on. He's had good moments, but inaccuracy at times has hurt him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the overthrows have been on those out routes too. I mean, we've seen a couple overthrows down the middle of the field as well, but most of the time it's been those outs. He just doesn't seem to have the accuracy for him at the moment.
Elridge throws out route, going to be caught, but a diving catch has had to be made, and that's going to be down. Another 4th down, 55 seconds now, 1 timeout. Hardman on the reception.
Yeah, really interesting play calling right here. You know, like I said, they haven't really targeted their wide receivers a whole lot here in the second half, and it doesn't make too much sense because they were having a lot of success in the first half. So I'm not sure what's going on in the mind of head coach Norman McInnes.
This is the game here for Salem. Nicholas Elridge going to go play action. Looking, out route, caught!
Wow.
Don't know why you go play action there, but it works. Whiteside with the catch. He's pumped about it too. And Alden Whiteside converts on 4th down, and the drive stays alive.
That was a beautiful play action, by the way. I mean, he tucked the ball right up against his hip as he fakes the handoff to Huxley and, maybe throws the defense for just enough time for Alden Whiteside to get out there and make a nice catch on the sideline.
You never expect to see a play action on 4th and 6. It works, though. Under pressure, owes it, nearly intercepted, but lucky for him, all the players in the area dropped it and stops the clock.
Yeah, intended for Frederick Rubin, the man that had the diving reception on the sideline in that first half, number 87, the senior. I believe it was Watson Gray, freshman outside linebacker, who was in on the coverage.
Second and 10. They like this I formation in this situation. He's going to step up under pressure, going to go down. They bring the blitz and get to him. 3rd and 15 now at midfield. Under 40 seconds to play. Only 1 timeout. They hurry it up. They throw it open down the seam. It's going to be another 4th down. They're going to let the clock tick. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they think they're in field goal range. They need one more play to get there, I think.
They're sending on Homer Romano. This is a 55-yard field goal try.
They're not taking a timeout. They're trying to rush this field goal try. What are they doing? 10 seconds left. Snap, hold, kick is up. No good. It's short.
Oh, my goodness.
It's
Wow.
short.
What?
Romano doesn't have the leg, and they're going Homer.
Oh, man. I don't know what just happened with the play calling here. You had plenty of time to try to convert that 4th down. I mean, we did see Romano make a 50-yarder earlier, but, 5 extra yards onto that. That's a lot to ask for your kicker. And this loss is going to come down to the coaching here in the second half by Norman McInnes. But congratulations to the Jamestown Revolution, who win their program opener And, this is a huge win for them. They are in a stacked division. We already saw Rockland win their game this week. Gold Coast also won their game. That's the OAC East. And we're going to be seeing the fourth OAC East team, Pontiac, in the game after this one. So just a loaded division.
Zach Barr and company pull out the victory. It looked like it was in doubt for a bit, but the defense helps them to hold on, and hold on they do. They're going to go on to win this one 27-24 here at home. 366 yards of offense as defense shut down the Night Fury in the second half, and they overcame those 2 turnovers, which that looked like quite a challenge at one point.
Yeah, 2 turnovers and the blocked punt. Let's not forget about that as well. But the defense. What can we say about them? I think they may have held Salem to like 75 yards of offense in the second half, as we see Zach Barr went over 300 yards in his CFA debut with a receiving corps just full of freshmen. Of course, we saw Brody Fisher go down for the season, perhaps in that game, but. What a performance from Jamestown. Really gutsy win at the end.
Yeah, and on the other side, Eldridge, he showed some flashes, but struggled in big moments. He struggled with his composure and his consistency, it seemed. And then Ramsey Huxley, obviously, took him a while to get going on the ground. The offensive line, it seems to be a concern for the Night Fury. They got manhandled by Jamestown.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if it's because the Night Fury O-line is bad exactly. It could just really be because Jamestown has such a dominant defensive front. Steve Walker, Joseph Calabrese, the sophomore defensive end, Kenny White, the other freshman D lineman out of North Central, was making plays. Ronnie Napier, the other defensive tackle. These guys were in the backfield living there all night as Zach Barr wins Player of the Game for the Revolution.
It's going to do it for us here at HCU Studios. Been another good one, and we'll see you next time. I'm Hammer, he's Cline. Have a good one.
Take it easy, guys.